on, folks? Welcome to the latest edition of Nintendo Enthusiast Week in Review. It is I, Shawn Long. There's a bunch of Nintendo stuff to talk about. Happy Halloween, too, so without any further ado, let's jump into this past week's news. So Nintendo had their big business meeting this week, and they announced their first mobile game, MiTomo! Yeah! And a lot of people, are underwhelmed or whatever, because essentially it's just kind of like an extension of Miiverse. It looks like you're going to be able to talk to people, and it's going to be a free-to-play service. And a lot of people are like, oh, what the hell is this? This is stupid. It's not a game, really. But I kind of understand where they're coming from, because it's really going to be sort of like a litmus test for Nintendo's future mobile adventures. Really, it's going to see who just wants this because it's Nintendo. So it'll kind of give them an indication of how many people are interested in their mobile platform, because let's face it, this isn't really a game, it's more of, an app, basically. So a lot of people are kind of underwhelmed by that, and I totally understand that, but I totally understand what Nintendo is doing with this. They're just trying to see how many people are out there that will get this just because it's Nintendo. Plus, it's a great way to test out servers and all that jazz. So yeah, MiTomo was a bit underwhelming, and I totally get that, but I really think the future games are actually going to be, games and actually be interesting, where this is more, like I said, just a litmus test. Let me know what you think of MiTomo in the comments section below. So also in the investors meeting, we learned about My Nintendo, which is the successor to Club Nintendo. Not a whole lot was said, unfortunately. It's going to be a cloud-based service that will connect all of your devices together, and it will reward you just for playing games. Now, that was really all we got out of this. I really want to see more. How are you going to reward me? Is there going to be discounts? Is there going to be exclusive stuff just for, My Nintendo members? It'll be interesting to see. I really am looking forward to more information on this. Let me know what you think My Nintendo will offer in the comments section below.
This week's Retro Game of the Week is brought to you by NewWaveTraders.com. For all your retro gaming and toy needs, be sure to visit NewWaveTraders.com.
Since it is Halloween today and we got to get a little bit spoopy, here is this week's Retro Game of the Week, Eternal Darkness Sanity's Requiem on the GameCube. Excellent game. One of the best games of all time, actually, in my opinion, just because of how different it was than a lot of horror games that were out at the time and that are still out. It really focuses on psychological horror, messes with your mind in a way similar kind of to how Psycho Madness read your PlayStation 1 or your GameCube memory card in the Twin Snakes or Metal Gear Solid 1. Eternal Darkness Sanity's Requiem is just, a fantastic game. You play as a girl who goes to her grandfather's mansion to see what happened to him. All sorts of spoopy things happen, and it's just an amazing game. If you don't own it, it is a little pricey, but trust me, it's totally worth the asking price. So also during that meeting, we had a little bit of NX news, nothing too big, but we did have Miyamoto saying that they're going to be aggressive with their IPs with the NX, which is pretty interesting, and we also had Nintendo's new president, whose name I can't really pronounce, say that the NX will be a unique and new gaming experience. Now first, let's talk about the IPs. That's great, because they really need to be more aggressive with their IPs. There needs to be, where Star Tropics at? Like, there's so many IPs that Nintendo has access to and owns. They really should be more aggressive with their IPs. They really should be promoting them more. So that's totally cool. I'm totally cool with that. Now, on the other hand, you have the new gaming experience, and a lot of people are like, it's the Wii all over again. But I don't think that's really fair, because if anything we've learned so far, rumor-based wise, it's going to be a powerful system and a console hybrid. So hybrid is a pretty unique experience that's never been done before. So pending that it is the hybrid, I'm totally cool with that. That's pretty freaking awesome, honestly. So I wouldn't worry too much, look too much into that as far as, some sort of gimmick like we saw with the Wii, and, the Wii U is pretty much an extension of the Wii. But it will be interesting to see if, it is a console hybrid, because that's an impressive thing, and that's something that could really reinvent gaming. So let me know what you think of their comments and all the whatnot, aggressive with the IPs and whatnot in the comments section below. And finally, North America, you disappoint me. Over half of Amiibo sales are done in North America, and there's over 20 million of them. What's wrong with you people? No, Amiibos are cool. You guys know I'm not the hugest Amiibo fan in the world, but it's really interesting to see how Amiibo have just taken over things. Like, people are super stoked on these, and what I want to see is, will they be able to use Amiibo with cell phones? Think about it. You can use the NFC chip with your cell phone with an app download, so what's really stopping anything from happening with that? So, congratulations, North America, you have proved that you love Amiibo, and I guess that's cool. And that's gonna do it for this week's show. Hope you guys enjoyed it, hope you guys learned some stuff that happened in the world of Nintendo this week, and have a safe Halloween, Watch out for little trick-or-treaters. Don't go running them over with your car or whatever. You know, little kids got to get their candy and stuff. Go get you some candy. Go get you some beers. Have a fun night chilling at the house, or go out with some friends, man. Have a good time. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, leave me a comment below, and I'll see you guys next week. Later.